13, we can, everyone can recite. Sambaram dividam vanam muram balvalameva cha anyam satantavadin avati sacha bhatya. Translation: O of kings like Sambara, Divida, Vana, Mura, Balvala, and many other demons, such as Dantavakra. Some he killed himself, and some he caused to be killed by others, Sri Valadeva, etc. Text 12. Athote bhratuputranam pakshayo patitanrupan chachala bhukurukshetram ye samapa tatam bale. Translation: Then, O Vidura, the Lord caused all the kings, both the enemies and those on the side of your fighting nephews, to be killed in the battle of Kurukshetra. All those kings were so great and strong that the earth seemed to shake as they traversed the war field. Text 13. Sakarna dusasanaso balanam kumantrapakena hata sriyayusam suyadhanam sanucharam yasayanam bhagnarmurvyam nananda pasyan. Sakarna dusasanaso balanam kumantrapakena hata sriyayusam suyadhanam sanucharam sayanam bhagnarmurvyam nananda pasyan. Sakarna dusasanaso balanam kumantrapakena hata sriyayusam suyadhanam sanucharam sayanam bhagnarmuryam nananda pasyan. Please recite.
Sakarnadushasanasau bhalanam kumantrapakena hatashriyayusham suyodhanam sanucharam chayanam bhagnoram uryam nananda pashyan.
Sakarnadussasanasau balanam kumantrapakena hatashriyayusham suyodhanam sanucharam sayanam bhagnoramurvayam nanananda pashyan.
Anyone else? No.
Sakarnadushasanasau kumantrapakena hatasriyayusam suyodhanam sanucharam sayanam bhagnorum urvayam ananda pasyan. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sakarna dushasanasau labhanam kumantrapakena hatosya shvasam suodhanam sanucharam sayanam bhagnoram rubham nananda pashyan. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sakarnadushasanasau balanam kumantrapakena hatasriyayusham सुयोधनं सानुचरं शयानं भग्नरोमोर्वयामनन्दपश्यन् Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you. So we look synonyms. Sa, he the Lord. Karna, Karna. Dusasana, Dusasana. Sobalanam, Sobala. Kumantrapakena, by the intricacy of ill advice. Hatasriya, bereft of fortune. Ayusam, duration of life. Suyadhanam, Duryadhana. Sa anucharam, with followers. Sayanam, lying down. Bhagna, broken. Urum, thighs. Urvyam, very powerful. Na, did not. Nananda, take pleasure. Pasyan, seeing like that.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, can you please scroll up?
Scroll up, okay.
On
I
our
think-
screen, we are still seeing the verse.
Are you sure? I'm scrolling. Okay, let me try again sharing. How about now?
Yes, now it's good.
It was not reflecting. Okay, thank you. I hope I don't have to repeat the synonyms. Translation. Duryodhan was bereft of his fortune and duration of life because of the intricacy of ill advice given by Karna, Dusasana, and Sobala. When he lay on the ground with his followers, his thighs broken, although he was powerful, the Lord was not happy to see the scene. Purport. The fall of Duryodhan, the leading son of Dhritarashtra, was not pleasing to the Lord. Although he was on the side of Arjuna, and it was he who advised Bhima how to break the thighs of Duryodhan while the fight was going on. The Lord is constrained to avoid punishment upon the wrongdoer, but is not happy to avoid such punishments because the living entities are original his parts and partials. He is harder than the thunderbolt for the wrongdoer and softer than the rose for the faithful. The wrongdoer is misled by bad associates and by ill advice, which is against the established principles of the Lord's order, and thus he becomes subject to punishment. The surest path to happiness is to live by the principles laid down by the Lord and not disobey his established laws, which are enacted in the Vedas and the Puranas for the forgetful living entities. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshuran Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirbishesa Sunyavadi Paschyata Desatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasa Gaura Bhakta Brinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Duryodhan was bereft of his fortune and duration of life because of the intricacy of ill advice by the Karna, given by Karna, Dusasana, and Sobala. When he lay on the ground with his followers, his thighs broken, although he was powerful, the Lord was not happy to see the scene. Hare Krishna. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining on this and inspiring me, also encouraging. It's a very auspicious month of Kartik. began yesterday. So we are reading the conversation between Vidura and Uddhava, the great personalities, the great devotees of the Lord. They set example for the human being, how we should always discuss about the Lord. Discussing about the Lord is actually being uniting with Him directly or indirectly, because we are remembering Him. Machita madgita prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayantasta mam nityam tusyanti cha ramanti cha. The devotees of the Lord, they don't derive pleasure in this, the pleasures available in this material world, which are very temporary. After knowing the temporary nature of this in the material world, they seek the transcendental activities. They seek to take direct pleasure by hearing and reciting the transcendental activities of the Supreme Lord Krishna. That's why devotee association is very, very crucial, in which I am aspiring for that, and I'm very grateful to be here amongst all of you. So I would like to seek blessings to share some of the wonderful things, narrations here given, particularly Sukadev Goswami is describing here now the remembrance of by Uddhava about the activities happened in Mahabharata war. Uddhava was remembering all the pastimes of in Vrindavan, happened in Vrindavan, and pastimes happened in outside of Vrindavan. Now he's meditating, contemplating on narrating about the activities happened with Pandavas. When Uddhava was in Mathura and Krishna was also in Mathura, that time Krishna sent Uddhava to check, how his cousin brothers, we call it cousin brothers, right? I don't know what we call cousin brothers. Yeah, Krishna's cousin brothers, the Pandavas, how they are doing. Krishna knew very well what's happening in Hastinapur. So he sent Uddhava also once to see, to check on them, how Kunti and Pandavas, his devotees, are doing. Because as devotees think of Krishna, Krishna always thinks of his devotees. That's a beautiful relationship. We have it. Krishna always thinks of his devotees. His devotees always depend on his mercy. So Uddhava is describing here that Krishna killed so many demons. Sambara, Divida, Bana. When I say Bana, I don't know which Bana here is. I don't think it's referring to Banasur. Mura, Balvala, and many other demons. Because I don't think Banasur was killed. Banasur's hands was cut. All these 1,000 hands he had it. Only 2 are left. Vishnu Prabhu can correct me, or others can correct me. This Bana may be different Bana demon. I'm sharing that screen. Okay. He says Bana. So many other demons, such as Dantavakra, some he killed himself. The Lord himself killed. And some he caused to be killed by others. See Baladev. Lord Baldev killed many demons, especially Divida. We know that his pastime is killed by Baldev. And the Lord caused all the kings, both the enemies and those on the side of your fighting nephews, to be killed in the battle of Kurukshetra. Interestingly, we both sides, were killed. Millions and millions of warriors, because they have been very much heavy burden on this earth, unnecessary burden, because this earth is meant for, of course, enjoyment temporary enjoyment and self-realization. But for that, you need some protection, of course. So army and kings, warriors are needed, but unnecessary burden. As Krishna book Prabhupada writes, sometimes ago, the world is overburdened with unnecessary military armies. There's no point. And at this time also, if you notice, and I'm not too much into politics, but I was surprised by hearing that every country is, investing or spending a lot of their GDP or, earn money, tax collections into strengthening their army in defense. All the money, or majority of the money goes in defense, which is needed. But no, but if you pay attention, the citizens are struggling paying their bills. But all the money has been spent going in the water. If it had gone in water, it would have been different thing. It's engaged in damaging and destroying different part of the earth constantly. And day by day, the country is becoming more and more powerful by advanced technology, weapons, drone, and I heard that AI also probably will fight. All the money will be struggling for bread and butter, but all the money will be used in unnecessary things, just fighting and accumulating, so many weapons. And we can see the wars are happening. Just small thing, the wars are happening very easily nowadays. No one cares for the future of the living entities, human being. Human being is meant for self-realization. That is no more at all in the priority, in the list at all. Forget about the priority. Prabhupada is very kind. He came and awakening the sleeping souls, the forgotten souls, by giving us Srimad Bhagavatam, so that we learn and we understand the purpose of life is study, hear about Srimad Bhagavatam. So it was there 5,000 years back. Lord Krishna personally came and again with so many arranged so that unnecessary powerful army were destroyed. In Mathura, and destroyed so many people, so many armies arranged by Jarasandha. Then at Kurukshetra, unlimited number of people has been killed, arranged by the Lord, so that the earth can be again re-established with dharma, the principles of dharma, by Yudhishthira Maharaj. And not only that, Krishna at the end also, he arranged all the Yadus to be destroyed. Because Yadus also, they no need. They came to assist Lord Krishna in his pastimes, in assisting in establishing the dharma. The Yudhishthira has been established. The work is done. There's no point to have such powerful army and needed. So he even annihilated them also, arranged to annihilate indirectly. So all these kings were so great and strong that the earth seemed to shake as they traversed the war field. Now today, this verse is reminding about Duryodhana. He's born. He was a prince, son of Dhritarashtra. So much of pious activities was done. So much of good fortune was given to him. But of course, he had some enviousness with his brothers, cousin brothers. However, unfortunately, he had bad association. It is said that Rupa Goswami explains that as we have to give up the bad association, which is association of non-devotees, also for the practicing devotees. Because association is very important. It defines the destination, the future of our life. Narottam Das Thakur, in his many bhajans, he sings now how he's aspiring the association of the devotees. Ramachandra Sangha Mage Narottama Dasa. It is nice to aspire the association of the devotees, and we appreciate that time we have with them actually, because that's the only one which is going to protect us, from the repeated birth and death in this material world. Every time I see all the small insects, birds, insects, everything, reminds me, oh my God, again I have to come like this. I take it very seriously because we know that we are the spirit souls, so we can come down. Many souls, they literally have to come back. Prabhupada writes in Vrindavan also, many times devotees come back as animals, monkeys and like that. Yes, taking birth in Vrindavan is a wonderful thing, but not to commit mistake so that we'll put in the, again, lower species, rather we advance in proper associations. So Duryodhana is an example here. He was endowed with all these good fortunes. His brothers or cousins were also great devotees, Pandavas. Bhishma was there, who is one of the Mahajan. He was there also. But unfortunately, he decided to take association of Karna, Dusasana, and Sobala. I think Sobala here is Sakuni, I'm assuming. Is Sakuni? Anyone remembers? Vishnu is Sobala is Sakuni?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So we all know, because everyone has their own parts to take care. Karna was upset with Pandavas, and Sakuni has his own past grudges he wants to take against Kauravas and Pandavas. Duryodhana, naturally being envious, they made that group Sangha to go against these innocent and godly devoted Pandavas. Constantly, even though they were so much of forgiving all the time, but they try to torture constantly and try to kill all the time. Krishna is here, and the Pandavas has been saved by the mercy of Lord Krishna. There is no chance that Pandavas could have won the Mahabharata war based on the one strength, actually. Akshani, the number of Akshani Senas, which Kauravas had, is way larger than the Pandavas. And Kauravas had more powerful warriors than Pandavas. But Krishna was with Pandavas. Krishna was Pandavas. By the will of the Lord Krishna, everyone is so many millions and millions of people died in both sides. Hardly there are 3 people left in Kaurava side. It is Duryodhan and Aswathama, and the third one is Buddha Acharya. Kripacharya.
Kripacharya.
Acharya, thank you. Only interestingly, only 3 people left. And I won't go through the whole, even I don't know the whole Mahabharata, but I can explain something about this incident happened, which Dhృతకర్మ Prabhu has written in Mahabharata. Bhima fights Duryodhana. This is the subject matter is given by Uddhava, retold by Krishna Dharma, not Dhృతకర్మ, sorry, Krishna Dharmadas. So, everyone died, and finally, when Pandavas were excited to finish the war, it's going so many days, and so much of loss. And Duryodhana was the cause of the whole war. And interestingly, Duryodhana is not found for the war. And he went and hid himself in a lake. There's so many things can be spoken. Duryodhana says that he was resting because he was tired. He lost so many of his people, no chariots, nothing to fight. So he says that I was tired. I'm resting. But Pandava's point of view is he was hiding there. They could not find. They were in anxiety. What will happen? Where did he go? So Pandavas, dispatched their soldiers to find Duryodhana everywhere. They could not found. But there were some hunters. They heard the conversation between Aswathama and Duryodhana while Duryodhana was in water. These hunters, they thought, oh, they know that Pandavas are winning. If they reveal this secret, so they will be awarded. So what did they do? They came and revealed this secret to Pandavas, that Duryodhana is hiding in this lake. It's very interesting to hear the nature of this world, the Kshatriya mentality or Vaishya mentality. Everyone is at a nature. They relish. And Pandavas, the remaining Pandavas and whoever is left, they were so jubilant, that they found that the war will continue. They all proceeded to that lake. They all proceeded to that lake. And proceeded to the lake, and they challenged actually Duryodhana to come out. Duryodhana is giving excuses. He won't. Actually, he did some kind of, with his yogic process, Duryodhana is a big yogi, it seems, yogic power, mystic power. What he did is, he made the water very still. Aswathama and Kripacharya already, I think, fled that place. Only Duryodhana was in the water. The water is so still. By seeing the water, Pandavas could realize that, oh, this is not ordinary. Water can be so still. Yudhishthira Maharaj, he challenged Duryodhana. He said that, you covered, you're hiding in this water. After being the cause of, death of unlimited people, he's the cause, and you're hiding. You're such a warrior, and come out and fight, show your prowess and fight. The Kshatriya words. Then Duryodhana would not respond actually. And finally, when they were rebuked in so many ways, Duryodhana started responding. And he said, "Oh, no, I will come after I take enough rest. You all also take some rest." He's saying, you will also take some rest. Then once my rest is over, we will fight. And I will fight with each one of your brothers individually, because I don't have any army, I don't have any chariot, but I'll fight individually one by one. So you all go rest. So Yudhishthira Maharaj said, no, we will not, you come now and let's fight. They provoked him, rebuked him so much that Duryodhana came from the water wet. He came to the out, and there he said that he was so angry, so frustrated because everybody is laughing at him, is this kind of act, and challenging him to the fight. He said that I will fight. Only one person at a time has to fight. So Yudhishthira Maharaj did, and I will fight with my mace. So Yudhishthira Maharaj, becomes some, as usual, becomes sentiment. Devotees can be sentiment. Oh, okay, all right. So he said, all right, that's fine. And you can pick any of us. Out of the 5 brothers, you can pick any of us. You can pick anyone of your choice. So Krishna is looking at Yudhishthira Maharaj. What is he doing? Already the war is won. Already war is won. It's just last Duryodhana is pending. And Yudhishthira Maharaj is giving Duryodhana the chance to win the war, because he knows that these four, none of them can defeat Duryodhana. Bhim can actually can be equal, but it is said that Bhim was more stronger and Duryodhana was more skilled. So Krishna says that, yeah, Bhim is more stronger and Duryodhana is skilled, but in that case, skill has ability to win. Those who are more skilled, they learn. Intelligent people, they use their brain and they somehow they win. So he said, already the war which has been won, you're losing, you're donating to Duryodhana. So somehow or other, the incident took place like that, and because Duryodhana wanted to kill all the brothers, and Bhima was angry also. So somehow or other, Bhim and Duryodhana picked Bhim to have the war. So during that time, so Krishna felt a little solace. Okay, glad now it's happening. It's not. Otherwise, all the four brothers could have been killed. Of course, with Krishna's mercy, they would not have. But if you see the materially powerful and skills, you see, Duryodhana is very powerful actually. And he would fight without any chariot or without anything, only the mace he would fire. So that during that time, Balram also arrived. And they decided to have this place in a near a lake, which is called, I'm forgetting that lake actually. Yeah, if I remember, I'll explain that. So where Parsuram had created that lake, if anyone remembers, Parsuram had created the lake with all the blood accumulated. So in near that lake, everyone walked, and Samanta Panchaka. The lake's name is Samanta Panchaka. Everyone gathered, everyone walked. It is near Kurukshetra. Everyone walked, and everyone took blessings of Balram also. But Duryodhana wanted to be the fair fight. He wanted to be the fight has to be very fair. And the fight took place. Naturally, Duryodhana was winning. Because Duryodhana was blessed, given a special protection by Gandhari. Because Gandhari, being a chaste, she has covered her eyes, and she opened her eyes only once. So whichever the part of body she looked into Duryodhana's body, everything became like Vajra, strong like Vajra. No one can kill, except the lower portion. And in the war, mace war, you cannot violate. You cannot hit anything below the waist. So Duryodhana was always winning. He was very powerful. Bhima was kind of in bad shape. Finally, Krishna instructed, gave hint to Bhima. He said that hit the lower part of the body, and that's what had happened. So Bhim started hitting the lower part of the body, which was not strong, which is not protected by the blessings of Gandhari, because Krishna arranged the situation that time. Hey, how can you go to in front of you are so grown up? How can you go naked to your mother's place? So Krishna arranged a situation that it created a scene for future for this time. So he covered Duryodhana covered the lower part of the body and went to his mother. So the whole body became Vajra except the thighs section. So of course, Bhima took advantage of this situation and hit, and finally he made him dead. And Balram is very mad by seeing this situation. He said, how Bhim can violate this rule? In that case, Krishna's, as far as I understand, the argument is, Duryodhana also should not have taken that kind of protection shield from his mother when he come and challenges Bhim. Duryodhana, who is the one who actually cheated on this. So this is a wonderful incident. Of course, it's very, very nice. But ultimately, the purpose of Mahabharata is to remember the transcendental activities of the Supreme Lord Krishna. By remembering Mahabharata, we remember Krishna. By remembering Krishna, we remember all his activities. The purpose of Mahabharata is no Krishna. The purpose of Mahabharata is actually Bhagavad Gita. And Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna establishes that he is, he is all in all. He is the source of everything. The 4 verses of Chatusloki. Then at the end of the Bhagavad Gita, he explains that he gives the confidential instruction. Even the Mahabharata is almost 100,000 verses. The whole purpose of Mahabharata is, Manmana bhava mad bhakta madhyaji mam namaskuru. Always remember me. So through this Mahabharata incident, Uddhava is remembering Lord Krishna's and his transcendental activities. That and the Lord arranged everything. Duryodhana died. But Krishna was not happy to see this thing. This is interesting quality of the Lord and the devotees. Sometimes you have to take action. You have to make some decision to punish someone, but your heart is not into it. You have to do for the sake of doing it. Even Krishna is not happy. He wanted Duryodhana to be killed, has to be killed. And the way he was being killed, Krishna only directed, but he himself is not happy. Prabhupada writes in the purport, how he will be, because everyone is the children of the part and parcel of the Lord Krishna. The fall of Duryodhana, the leading son of Dhritarashtra, was not pleasing to the Lord, although he was on the side of Arjuna. In the world of dualities, we always cherish. When enemy party loses, we cherish. But not in the case of Lord Krishna and Yudhishthira Maharaj. When Lord Ramchandra also came, the devotee's mind is very different. They do their duties for the sake of doing, but they are equally caring and loving and well-wisher of other party also. They're free from us and them. Thus, Prahlad Maharaj instruct when being asked by Hiranyakashipu, what did to Prahlad Maharaj, what did you learn in school? So Prahlad is saying, my best of the demons, the person who considers us and them, he sees that us and them. So they should immediately go to the forest and practice self-realization, because they have to purify themselves. The Lord is constrained to avoid punishment upon the wrongdoer, but is not happy to avoid such punishment, because the living entities are originally his parts and parcels. He is harder than the thunderbolt for the wrongdoer and softer than the rose for the faithful. So through devotees, we can understand the personality, Krishna, and what is heart, what he feels, how he thinks, how he loves everyone. He wants us that everyone to abide his instructions and purify themselves and come back to Godhead, his abode, so that we can have eternally a wonderful association with him. Well, I will stop it here. Looking for corrections and additions. Maybe begin with Vishnugatha Prabhu, Acharya Prabhu, and anyone else. I'm not.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
You were questioning about Banasura.
Yeah.
And whether that Bana is the same as Banasura. I don't know of any other Bana, but sometimes it's said that when one has been honored, that dishonor is worse than death. And we know that Rukmi and Jayadratha were they were supposed to be killed, or Jayadratha was supposed to be killed, but Arjun, in the case of Jayadratha, just cut off his hair and then humiliated him. So that was like death, accepted by Lord Krishna. Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. So Banasura's arms were cut off, except for four, and he was humiliated. He was humiliated. So that was, you could take it that that's like death. And not only that, but his demonic mentality of thinking he was the Supreme Lord and everybody should bow down to him and do whatever he says, that was curtailed, and he became a close associate. Apparently, he wasn't a close associate before, but he became humbled and became a close associate of Lord Shiva afterwards. Means he must have become more devotional. So his more demonic mentality was curbed by chastisement by Lord Krishna. If that makes sense?
Yes, yes. And same incident happened. A similar incident happened when Krishna instructed Arjuna to kill Aswathama. He removed that.
Yes. Ashwatthama. That's probably what I was thinking. Yeah. And then when you mentioned that all the Pandavas came to the shore of the lake where Duryodhana was staying, it was actually most of the Pandavas stayed back in a camp, because while that was taking place, the fight, there was in the morning time or in the nighttime, Ashwatthama had attacked the camp and killed the 5 sons of Draupadi and others. Drishtadyumna was killed. You follow?
They were still alive that time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happened while, at about the same time as the confrontation with Duryodhana. Because afterwards, after Duryodhana was injured, he didn't die right away. He got hit with a club, and then while he was there lying on his back, Ashwatthama came and said, "Oh, I've got the 5 heads of the sons of Draupadi."
Right.
So they had for somehow by Krishna's arrangement, the Pandavas and Krishna were separate from the main party of the army, which stayed in a camp that was attacked by Ashwatthama and others.
And Duryodhana was not happy to hear Aswathama's such kind of act.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, thank you.
And also that so in this verse, the importance of association is highlighted, because, and as you mentioned, Rupa Goswami recommends recommends associating with devotees, asatsangitya, and also in that verse, it's described that one should offer respect to some person who chants the holy name of Krishna in one's mind, and according to the person's advancement, to try to respect them in different ways, though. And for someone who's taken initiation, is engaged in full-time or engaged in worship of the deity, then one should offer obeisances to. And then for someone who's on the elevated level of devotional service, then one should not only associate but also respect and serve. So that's different kinds of association for different levels of devotees is recommended. Of course, for Duryodhana, it's he had association not from the devotees but from the demons. So even when sometimes he became a little bit discouraged, like when the Pandavas were in the forest. Initially, he tried to humiliate them, but he got chastised by one of the associates, Gandharva associates of Arjuna, and at that time he was set free after being captured. He was set free by Yudhishthira, and he was so humiliated. They think maybe I should die, maybe I should kill myself, maybe I should step down from my position. But he was encouraged by demons and by Karna and others. So even though Karna and others were giving good bad advice, on the other side, Drona and Bhishma and Vidura were already giving good advice to Duryodhana, but he ignored that. In fact, he thought that the good advice from Vidura was so much against him that he kicked him out of the palace.
Hmm.
It's described that he became just like a venomous snake, Duryodhana, if you remember, because even though Vidura gave proper advice, and that advice was not only from Vidura, but it was also the same advice that was given by Vyasadeva and Narad Muni. But still, because he was too attached to his position and his nature, that he kicked Vidura out, and went hell-bent into fighting the Battle of Kurukshetra. So that even the mother of God, we just had the Vijay Dashami, and the reason that Lord Ramchandra was exiled, one reason was because Kaikeyi, who was the mother of an incarnation of God, Bharat, was influenced by the designs of Mantra. So even she's the mother of God still. She thought, she became envious and wanted Dasharat to exile the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So these things happen. Even for God gets kicked out, or the devotee like Vidura gets kicked out. So these things happen. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu, so much. I heard that Kaikeyi did this role on the request of, I don't know from where, on the request of Ram himself to assist him in his pastime. She took this bad name. That's what I heard. I don't know how much, when, I don't remember from where.
Yeah, find that out, find where it is. It said that there was the demigods were happy when Ram went to the forest because they were concerned about Ravana. And of course, everything is going on by Lord Ramchandra's arrangement. But still, the principle is there that even Kaikeyi, who was the mother of Bharat, became influenced by that bad, and it could be both. It doesn't have to be exclusive. It can be both things.
Yes. And interestingly, this is a great lesson. What is the demon who is Narakasur, probably, right? Yeah, Narakasur. He's born from the Lord himself. His Lord's son, Krishna. Still, he was such a endowed with demonic qualities that he kidnapped so many princesses. So association is very crucial. What association we do and how we live in that association is also very, very important. Thank you for sharing. Any other comments? Any other comments? Acharya Prabhu, Dhanacharya Prabhu, others? We have fun.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you for a nice class. No comments? Happy Kartik to everyone. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
I have one about, you're talking about association. Sometimes, we associate with different people, and sometimes we are very good friends. Sometimes, sometimes even good friends, we can't give up the association. But when we just started like talking a lot of negative thing about other devotees, and you're in dilemma, you can't give up your good friends. At the same time, you're forced to hear criticism. What would you say about it? How do you stop it? And sometimes you just hear it and say, even you don't agree.
So it's a comment, right? It's not a question. It's a comment method, right?
What will you do in such situation sometimes? What,
Well, I as Lord Krishna, from this incident we can see the mood of a devotee and Lord Krishna. superficially we may act whatever needs to be done, but within our heart, we should be always good well-wisher of everyone. My spiritual master says that greatness of a person is estimated to the degree one tolerates the most provoking situation. So in our heart is looking for prajalpa, unnecessary politics and everything, then that's what we will get it. But if our heart is really looking for genuine growth, so we will appreciate, we will try to help this situation, so improving the relationship in all circumstances, or give the time until things settle down, not aggravate it, rather help, so that things are not against in devotional principles, or it's not been an obstacle in our devotional practice. And that's what I think. Yeah, we live in this material world. We come with all these baggages of anarthas, and that is natural. Some students from Canada, they were here, they're asking, and devotees, actually young devotees, oh, we are seeing such kind of people coming, how we act. My answer to them is that you're experiencing, next generation will also experience, next generation will also experience, because everyone is conditioned in this material. We all have faults and anarthas, and we have to accept that. And Krishna consciousness is a place to purify that. And we see all these things happening. We should not be surprised to it, because it's natural. Disease, the patients will be there. It's not like by, few devotees get cured and purified. The more people will come, they will also act in such a way. That's a constant circle. But from our heart, we have to recognize the nature of this world. And we individually, we should be very focused to why I'm here for, what I'm here for, and where I need to go and how I can go. Considering all these factors, we make our, we react to the situation. I don't know if I try my best. So, is it okay, or any comments on this? Anyone has comment on this? Being a well-wisher of everyone, that's what I can. Even though our heart doesn't say, but still not entertain our heart in wrongdoing, rather act in a way, control those urges. Vacho vega, manasa krodha vega, jiva vega. The urges of this envy also, we have to control. It is there, but we have to control. We cannot act under its dictation, and allow it to be purified. And another thing I also learned that, of course, I have to do a lot, appreciate the devotees. For, even if not extended within the heart, we have to appreciate. By appreciating, all the bad things will go away. Slowly, good things will be cultivated. So, hope it's okay. Thank you so much. If no one has comments or questions, we can stop it here. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhobhya patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for class. Thank you.